Darren Rovell of Collect TV with Miami Dolphins linebacker Anthony Walker Jr. And Anthony, we're talking to you because you did the coolest thing ever by giving your teammates the high school jerseys, basically, of themselves. H- How did you come up with this idea?
So basically, I was I was like I didn't have time to go back to Dallas, which is where I live, to go get clothes and stuff for the season. So I'm like, man, what am I going to wear for myself? And then I know this company down here, they make replicas of high school jerseys. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just get, some jerseys made and wear them for home games. And then on the road, I'll wear Dolphins sweatsuit. So for the home games, I've been wearing my buddies that I grew up with, or watched group play growing up. I wore their high school jersey.
It's
So
it's
like
almost like
guys,
you're sending messages to them on your walk to the
no doubt, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
guys that helped me, pave the way for my career, that really have shown me the way. Guys that played in the NFL, high school guys, Teddy Bridgewater, all those guys. I kind of just went through different schools and guys that I watched growing up, and then so we got closer to the season, getting ready to start, and this was like September, October. I talked to Anthony Castro, and he was like, "Hey, man, like I always wanted to
He's the
do
guy.
something."
Anthony's the guy who designs these
Who
jerseys,
designs the
right?
jerseys? Yes. So he's like, hey man, I always wanted to do something cool like with a team, and I'm like, man, I think that'd be dope. Like, let me do it. He was like, so what do you want to do? I was like, yeah, I think we should. I think I'll just get jerseys for the whole team. And he's like, the whole team. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, the whole team. Like, so he's like, all right, just give me the 53 names. I'm like, no, I want the practice squad and everybody as well. I want everybody to feel included. So he's like, all right, well, it's gonna take a little time. And then, so this was in October. So the gifts were this is not supposed to be a Christmas gift. This is supposed to be, just in season, my gift to the guys. And as the season goes, guys get hurt. You got to bring in new guys. Guys, get traded, released, whatever it is, and you keep bringing in new guys. So the roster keeps changing. I got to keep adding, keep adding. It's like 2, 3 weeks production turnaround. So I was like, all right, this is the last, like, the final list right
Who's
here.
ever in is in. Who's ever out is out.
Exactly. And that
Yeah.
was like November, mid-November. We finally got it all in. And then they just happened to get all finished around Christmas time and, decided to give it to the guys.
So how hard was it? Like, what was the research process? Like, did he do all of that?
Yeah, pretty much. I gave him the roster. He asked me a couple questions about a couple guys. What number should I put or whatever it is, and then I'll do my little baby research at that point. But he did the bulk of the work, man. He's amazing, man. I think a lot of guys, for him, they really appreciate him because down here, with high school football, it's a huge culture down here in Miami, Florida, obviously. So a
Which
lot of parents.
but right? Because right?
Yeah, grew up here,
You
grew up
grew
in
up there.
Miami. Just understanding that how big the culture is, and then all the parents, go to all the games, support. So they wanted something to, represent their child, or a family member playing in the game. So that's kind of how he got started, making just replicas of different high schools for the parents to wear to the games. And it's just kind of blown up until him giving guys just Miami legends that played and giving them a little piece of history and memory from when they were playing. And I think that was the big piece that hit home here that I wasn't even thinking about. The guys just came up to me like, man, I just really appreciate it. But we took me back to my high school days. Some
To the
guys,
beat, to the beat, to the real beginning, right?
no
It's not
doubt,
Pop Warner, but it's
yeah,
the real beginning of
no doubt.
people developing and the beginning of their story, which is today getting to the top of their profession.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And then once I was able to, get that feedback from the guys, it kind of hit home for me as well. Like, I think we take this game for granted at times, but it's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and we've been putting in the hard work for a very long time. Like you said, high school days. That's for some of us. I mean, Calais is a lot longer than most, but for some of us, it's like 12, 15 years ago. And we still put that same grind and that same work in. And it's only again, you look at all the jerseys, and we're different places, different states and everything like that. But when you get in the locker room, it's one jersey, from every, one person with a different jersey, so that like you're one of very few to make it, from your high school, from your hometown. to be able to play, big time football and, professional football. So definitely kind of hit home for all the guys. But definitely I was glad to be able to give that moment to our team.
Yeah, you didn't realize you thought about it the whole time. You had a lot of time to think about it, and it was probably something that was fun to do, but
hmm
it might have gotten a little bit serious. Like, what was your when people were really emotional? What was the who had the best reaction?
Yeah, I think Janu knocked me over once
John O.
he saw
Smith?
his. Yeah,
Yeah.
Janu Smith.
That's hard.
It was so funny because he was like, man, that's the only jersey I was missing, from my whole career was my high school jersey. A lot of guys saying, man, I don't even want to wear it. I just want to frame it, stuff like that. It kind of hit home. And then I think Coach Weave actually got one for him as well. And don't worry, the rest of the coaches are getting theirs too. But Weave got his first. Weave and Joe Barry. So Coach Weave, our defensive coordinator, he kind of went back and talked to us before the game last week about just how it hit him. Again, we play this game, for so long, and again, the moments just fly by, and you don't even realize that years are flying by, years are flying by, and then you get that remembrance of, man, like I've been doing this for a while, man. I put in a lot of work to be here, and to have that moment to just go back and reflect on all the hard work and all the blessings that you've had along the way, the journey. It's very special.
Who had the best jersey? Like, what high school jersey were you like, whoa, this
Yeah,
is
I'm
this
very
is a
biased,
crazy
but there's a
jersey?
guy on our team, Anthony Walker Jr., went to Montgomery State High School. I didn't even, the crazy part was I didn't even get my own jersey. Anthony Castro actually gifted me my own, when he did the rest of the team. And he did our black jerseys, which we rarely wore. We only wore them in the playoffs. And it was a great replica. So I am really impressed about that one.
Was there any person where like you couldn't or Anthony couldn't find their number or something because it changed so much or
Yeah,
you weren't
so
sure?
Calais had to get 74 and he was 84. But so his high school picture is number 74, but he played, he wore number 84 as well. So I told him I got to get him a different one
You're
made.
like, dude, we did the deep research.
Yeah, we did the deep research. We couldn't find the 84, but it's fine. And then the only person for real was Raheem Mostert. He wore number 2, which I should have known, but we got him a number 31, but he wore number 31 his sophomore year of high school. And that's the only picture that pops up from his high school days. So yeah, a couple guys' numbers kind of got mixed up a little bit, but for the most part, we got it. We
Yeah,
got
like
them all right.
you couldn't have done this 15 years ago. You would just not be able to find people.
Oh no, no
If
doubt. I had to
thinking
ask
about it.
Coach Weave, and I almost had to ask Calais because I almost didn't find his picture as well. So
Why do you think so many people when they saw it thought this was I mean, maybe they're tired of like the quarterback getting RVs or whatever for the offensive line or watches or maybe there's something that had never been done before. Why do you think people kind of said, "Wow, that is cool"? Was it the
yeah, I think
reactions? Was
it's
it the
just
actual jersey?
I think it's the I think people like the one word I keep seeing people use and a lot of my teammates kept saying was just how thoughtful it was, not just go and splurge and spend some money, but really put some thought and effort into it. And again, it's just a piece of you, right? Like that's just something that can't be taken away, your journey, your process. And it's very unique, that's the the again, the jersey is unique to itself, with the name, the number, the high school. But all of our journeys has been very unique. Guys have gotten here. Some guys 5-star recruits. Some guys no star, JUCO, however they got here. But we're all in the same spot. So I think yeah, I think that's the main part of it. Of we could all we all make a good amount of money. We could all go get pretty much anything that we want. But when you can really take your time and do something really thoughtful for the guys. I think that kind of transforms it a little bit.
Do you think there's a greater merchandising opportunity here to perhaps say, wait a second, maybe we should have selling at my high school Walker Junior jerseys Uh, we've made money. Maybe we buy them and don't, and the sales go to the school. Or I feel like if you have someone who's made it to the NFL, who's had a
Yeah.
substantive career, and your high school, like you'd buy that. So is there anything like greater now to say like, hey, team up with Anthony and say there's something to be done here?
Yeah, I think there's opportunity in that. I didn't think about it. For me, like I said, it was just a gift for my teammates. If it was up to me, I'd, just buy jerseys for everybody and give them away. I'm a huge jersey guy. I'm a huge collector. I love the throwback jerseys. Like you said, like I have a Michael Jordan, North Carolina jersey. I got a Chris Webber, Michigan jersey. Like, I'm a huge, fan of that. Again, just knowing where someone comes from, and how far they've made it. So again, like you said, that could be a huge dope idea, for people, especially like you said, like I know a lot of people down here would buy 1,000 Teddy Bridgewater jerseys, winning the high school championship and being a legendary quarterback down here in Miami. So again, like you said, I think there is opportunity for that. I'll let Anthony, do that one. That's on him. But I am grateful for him though, man. He did an amazing job, and I'll always support him in all his endeavors. So yeah, no, definitely want the best for him in that aspect.
Do you feel pressure now for next year to be the ultimate gift giver and come up with something else crazier?
The crazy part is if you ask all my friends, they always said like I'm a great gift giver, very thoughtful and everything. So I really don't like I don't come up with this stuff years in advance. So we'll see what next year, brings. But like I said, man, anytime I'm able to give back to my team, my teammates, we go through this long season, man, and we grind every day. We understand, it's wins and losses and everything like that. But at the end of the day, we are very blessed to be in this room, in this locker room. And I never want to take that for granted, of, having these moments with the guys. So yeah, we'll see what next year brings. Hopefully something special again.
Miami Dolphins linebacker Anthony Walker Jr. Thanks so much, and what a really great story.
No, my God, appreciate you for having me for sure.